What is up, guys? This is Mateo's 2020 Politics here. So today I thought I'd do an election prediction of John Kasich versus Sherrod Brown. And this is a very interesting prediction because, well, it's a Republican from Ohio versus a Democrat in Ohio. The way I did this is, you see this? You just have to click inspect. So yeah, depends on your mouse or whatever. You either double click, tap twice. You either tap twice, tap with both your fingers, or right click or left click, however you set it up, and it will happen. So I might do a tutorial on that in a different video. So sorry, I'm not just like impatient. I'm trying to narrow this down. So because I missed an upload yesterday, I'm going to be doing, of course, Sherrod Brown versus John Kasich right now because, as you can see, I'm doing that. Then I'm going to do, my goodness. Then I'm going to do Eric Holder tomorrow because I missed the upload yesterday and I'll make up for it. Then I'm going to do, let's see, either Terry McAuliffe or Elizabeth Warren versus Trump. I'm undecided. So yeah, anyway, don't just think Ohio's going to save to Kasich. It could go either way, and here's why. So Kasich is a Republican. Kasich is a moderate Republican, meaning he could pull people from across the aisle. That's a pretty easy victory, right? While Brown is a far-left Democrat, and he's a senator. He somehow won re-election by about 7% in the midterms, so it wasn't too close. So considering that a far-left person who he won because of black turnout, a far-left person somehow won in Ohio just about 10% less than a moderate Republican in a Republican state is pretty considerable. So of course Brown will have high black appeals because that's really the only reason why he's winning these states. My state of New York is safe. Virginia's safe because of Brown's black appeals. He also has, no, he doesn't have Latino appeals, and he will have these white older appeals because he is, Brown, kind of coming of age. So, yeah. Arizona's not a battleground because he doesn't really have Latino appeals. Nebraska, I don't really see it. I guess that's it, guys. So here's the thing. All of Maine's a battleground because I don't think he'll do too well in the Northeast, but of course the whole Rust Belt. I'm going to make Minnesota safe. So here's the deal, guys. Kasich only got 4th place in the Republican primaries. This was behind Donald Trump, who was kind of the outsider businessy guy, who somehow won. Ted Cruz, who they kind of called the Christian conservative, kind of an extremist candidate. And then Rubio, the establishment, and Kasich. Why didn't Kasich get so much support? He was a solidly moderate candidate. This is because he's not too inspiring. He does have kind of black appeals. He does have kind of Latino appeals, but it's nowhere close as Brown. That's why I'm gonna make Colorado safe. Right now I'm gonna make Iowa safe though, and I am gonna make New Hampshire safe because you know how Northeast, at least in their primaries, are with moderate Republicans. They really seem to appreciate them. So I'm gonna think about which state is next. Okay, so I'm going to just I'm straight up gonna give Pennsylvania to Brown. You're probably thinking, what are you doing? Well, Sherrod Brown is kind of like a progressive. He's like Sanders, except he's the tax and jobs guy, and that's going to help Pennsylvania. Trump won the state because of promising jobs. Tulsi Gabbard is kind of the non-interventionist, actually kind of a libertarian progressive. And then, of course, Elizabeth Warren is just like Sanders, except doesn't consider herself a socialist. So, yeah. You know what? I think Florida is just going to be safe for Kasich because I think he does have kind of somewhat Latino appeal, and Brown does not. I don't think he has it at all. That's not to sound rude. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna give all of Maine to Brown because I think he could appeal to those older white voters, but then lose New Hampshire because, of course, Kasich's moderate appeal. Because for some reason, Maine is not like the rest of the Northeast. It's the most northeastern state, but it's not like the Northeast. I'm gonna make North Carolina safe for Kasich because I think he could suppress. How do I say this? He could not let those voters come out for Brown. I'm actually gonna give Wisconsin for Brown, but somehow not Michigan. You probably think I'm completely insane right now, but I'm not because Kasich got third place ahead of all the establishment candidates in 2016, and Michigan could actually be closer, although it's way more liberal than Wisconsin because Kasich is not much of an inspiring candidate. That's why he did not perform well in the 2016 election because the moderate vote in the Republican Party is pretty high. He only got like half of them because I'm pretty sure that they all either went to other people like Rand Paul or like, I don't know, Marco Rubio because he's the closest to being a moderate and he is an establishment candidate. I'm gonna give Nevada to Brown just because I think he could do a better job bringing out those voters. It's gonna be very close though, by like 1%, or probably by a Hillary margin, which is like 2%, I believe, because he's not gonna do well with those Latino voters, but he will overcome Kasich. This is gonna be very close. I don't actually know the winner. Michigan, that makes Brown win, and I'm gonna give that to him. But Ohio is one of the closest ones because Kasich won Ohio by under 50%. That shows some weakness. And sure, he did win by, like, I'm going to say 15% in Ohio in 2014. But you have to remember that he's a Republican. This is a Republican state. It could go Democrat, but it's also a Republican state. It's been trending Republican. But Brown had this kind of, far left campaign and still won by 7%. And although Brown won by like 7% less than Kasich, it's still a solid victory of 7%. It isn't confusing enough. So yeah, he had a solid victory as a far left Democrat, and Kasich, of course, was going to win. Why would he be beaten? So with the black turnout, I'm gonna actually give. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna give this to Brown this time. Here's the thing. All right, this could go either way. It could go to Kasich, or it could go to Brown. But as now, I'm gonna give it to Brown. So, thanks for watching this video, and bye.